do you imagine, if we look at the possibility of a second Trump presidency, we are seeing Donald Trump leading in the latest Bloomberg News Morning Consult swing vote. Does that bode well or ill for your province and you know, the businesses that you kind of have control over in terms of global trade?
Well, in our current environment, Alberta and America are trading $161 billion worth of products. So I would say that we will have a strong and healthy relationship, regardless of what the politics are in the White House. I always do get concerned when I hear politicians talking about putting in new taxes and America buy first policies. What I'm hoping is, whether it's a Republican White House or Democrat White House, that we look at the special relationship that we have through the U.S. Mexico-Canada Free Trade Agreement, and that we look at having North American energy security, North American supply. I think that having Canada and Mexico work in conjunction with the United States is really the way that this continent can be a powerhouse. So that's what the other part of the message is, that whatever protectionist measures or extra taxes come in, I hope that Canada can carve out an exemption. The value proposition on these heavy forms of crude is very high, because they can be used for a variety of things, not only combustion and diesel, but also for asphalt. And whether we're driving gasoline-powered vehicles or zero-emissions vehicles, we're all going to need roads to drive them on. We also know that a barrel of oil already has 6,000 different products that you can make out of it. And so being able to find those additional markets so that they can be refined locally to whatever that unique mix is for each nation, we are absolutely open to having those conversations. And I think that that's going to be a new era for my province, as well as for Canada, that we can finally talk about the ways in which we can meet that global demand. So I'm looking forward to having that conversation. On the interest on the issue of LNG, I know that Japan is very keen on either having LNG export, but I think principally they're interested in ammonia. And one of the things about Alberta is that we have one of the best geologies in the entire world for carbon capture, utilization, and storage. My officials tell me that we have the ability to sequester the equivalent of all of the emissions that have already been produced by man so far, to give you some idea of just how great our geology is. So if we're able to capture the CO2 and then in turn export ammonia to be able to meet that market, I think that opens up an entirely new conversation with our friends in Asia.